Okay, we're live. Okay, final check. Camera 1. Check. Camera 2. Check. Camera 3. Computer. Check. Okay. My voice. Hello, hello. Ash, Ash, hello. Voice. Check. Voice 2.
My voice. Hello, hello. Travis. Hello, hello.
Okay. All set. Hello, good evening, good morning, and good afternoon, everybody. My name is Ash. Welcome to the Revopoint Live that we present the great Trackit. Okay, as the video producer, I have Travis, my guest host, the former child, and I have David, my cameraman. Okay, so let's roll it out. Time 3, 2, 1, this live starts.
Thank you for that lively introduction, Ash. Appreciate that. As he said, former child, Travis here. Yes, so as you know, today we are going to be releasing the Trackit. But first of all, I want to show you this slide. This looks familiar to everyone who's familiar with the scanning industry, right? Putting down markers, using laser scanners, and we love using laser scanners, right? They're really handy for things like this that are reflective, shiny objects, maybe not many features, smooth. But we can't get around not putting markers on them. So wouldn't it be nice if we had a scanner that was a laser scanner, but you wouldn't have to spend all that time putting down markers? Well, we have that. Our Revopoint's first optical tracking scanner. Meet the Trackit. Here it is. So as you can see, what's going on here? This is the tracker, and this is the scanner itself, but as you can see around it on the handle, what does it have? It has markers. So that's what's special about optical tracking scanners is you don't have to put the markers on the object you're scanning itself because the tracker and live stream is calculating and reading the distance of these markers on the scanner itself. So it's not going to lose tracking because of that. And what are the benefits? Well, check this out. This is a good example. So here me on the right, I was scanning this bumper with Trackit. Real easy, I just had to pick it up right away and start scanning. And then on the left side over here, your right, it's me having to put all those markers down, spend all that time. And we did a fun experiment. We did a race, Ash and I, a competition. This is what Ash was scanning. He had this set up, a big panel, and I had a smaller one. And what was especially amazing is he just got right into it. And I, of course, was putting all my markers on the one. And by the time he had clearly scanned both sides of this, I hadn't even flipped my panel over yet. And my panel was smaller than his. And especially hard with laser scanners. Notice how thin this is. Normally, you'd have to put some extra markers, maybe marker blocks with the marker kit, the pyramid, the half domes, because it's really easy to lose tracking going around a thin thing like a thin piece like this panel. But Ash, in that video, and I encourage you all to check it out, just whipped right around. It's super smooth, didn't lose tracking at all. And of course, I again wasn't even finished putting on my markers on my panel yet. Saves a lot of time. Also, the Trackit, volumetric accuracy, 0.025 millimeters. So that is really good. That's catching some serious accuracy. And then what does this mean? Just pretty much that 0.025 millimeters is anything within a meter. If you start getting larger than that, you just simply add on 0.04 millimeters. So it's still really accurate. Just knowing that the larger it gets, you're going to be adding on that 0.04. Here, Revopoint Trackit, high volumetric accuracy, reduced cumulative errors. What does that mean? So pretty much the more you scan with other scanners, low volumetric accuracy scanners, you're going to start having these cumulative errors adding on. So ultimately a good example is scanning a vehicle, a car, something that's relatively tall and long. You'd hope by the end when you scan the whole thing, the dimensions are going to be exactly like the real dimensions of the car. But because of low volumetric accuracy, it's going to have some of those cumulative errors. But with Trackit, because it's high volumetric accuracy, you're not going to have that as much. So that's a huge plus. Also, small to big scan. So anything as small as a screw, so that's 10 millimeters, all the way up to, as this says, 5,720 millimeters, so about 6 meters. And past that, because obviously you could scan something as large as a plane as well. But that's amazing. Small to big, something that small and that large. Super handy. And here we go. This is the working space we're dealing with. So the lines that we have here representing about 3 meters, 3 meter height, 3 meter width. And you want to keep it within, then your working distance is about 4 meters. And the cable that we come with, so obviously the cable is actually 6 meters. So when you're scanning around something like a truck, which we've done, it gives you that extra space to carry the scanner around to the side. And obviously it's going to be able to still see you and read you, the tracker is, because it's picking up a full 3 meter distance and giving you a 6 meter cord working space. What is this explaining? So you may be wondering, here we go, this is the picture. This is called leapfrogging. So we just saw the original picture. The tracker was in the front. You're scanning the front of your vehicle, but then you want to continue your scan. So how would you do that with an optical tracking scanner like Trackit? You'd simply pause your scan and make sure, and Ash will demonstrate this later, you have to put anchors on your item. And all that is a reference point. So as you get to the side, you pause, and then the tracker is going to pick up these reference points, and you can continue scanning right where you let off. And that's called leapfrogging, but Ash will demonstrate for us later. What is this? So this is the auto calibration that Trackit has. This is really cool. So the scanner itself has a gimbal, and then also the calibration bar or pole has a gimbal as well. And those will naturally rotate, calibrating the tracker and the scanner. Why is this nice? Because you can see here, typically optical tracking scanners, you have to do it manually. So let me grab this calibration bar. It normally involves a person sitting here at the proper distance, so that's even hard enough, keeping it at the proper distance, and then it'll prompt you low, high, twisting it. You're reaching way up, you're reaching way low, and it's awkward, and there's going to be some issues with that because we're humans, right? We might not be holding it as still as possible, and then we don't hold it in that exact spot where it needs to be. But with Trackit, you simply just set up the calibration bar pole in one spot in the tracker, push start, and it naturally does it automatically. So that also frees you up during that time. You can go do other things, because as it brings out, it's 50% faster, and it only takes around 25 minutes, give or take, to completely calibrate it. Moving on, what does it have? Let's go over here first. 30 cross lines, laser lines. So 30 cross lines, obviously that's going to allow you to scan really fast. Just fly over your model that you're trying to catch those point clouds with. But that could be an issue because no doubt some models have deep holes and crevices. So because of that, we also equip the Trackit with single line lasers. So something like this where there's a rim, deep holes, that single line is going to be able to penetrate deep down in there and get the dimensions that you need for crevices, holes, and things like that. Also, anti-deformation, one-piece carbon fiber frame. Why is this important? Well, let me just grab this here. This is super durable for one, when you hear one piece. So it's naturally going to be more durable when you're walking around and transporting it. But remember, obviously the scanner itself has these markers on it. So if it was 2 pieces, 3 pieces, over time using it or transporting it, it could deform a little bit. And obviously that would affect the tracking. Well, that's not going to happen because it's one piece. So that's a big plus. And now, of course, our software. Free software, super easy to use. Scanning, obviously real-time catching of the point clouds. Moving on to the process, fusing, meshing. Really self-explanatory. It's a really easy software if you don't have experience in the 3D industry. You download this software for free, and you're not going to be too confused. It's really easy to work. Also going on here, isolation, so that's something really easy to fix. And then merging, which you're probably not going to honestly need as much with the Trackit because it can completely scan items. But maybe in the old days when you're using a typical, not optical tracking scanner, you definitely need to merge more items. And then outputting to whatever formats you need. It's capable of that. Also, this is nice. So typically we know laser scanners are not capable of capturing colors of the things you're scanning, but we have equipped Trackit with an RGB camera, so you can get those color scans. And the things that you can use are the different applications Trackit is great for. Automotive applications, quality control, aerospace, rapid prototyping, mold casting, and art and design. So pretty much you name it, it's going to help you accomplish it. And here we go, the prices. So we already did for the standard edition, we had a super early bird offer, but we already sold all those. So we still have an early bird offer, $3,137, that's 37% off. And then the launch special, because this is no doubt going to sell out, will be $3,486. So then moving on to design edition, comes included with Revo design software. Super early bird offer $3,305, 40% off, so that's huge. Jump on that. Early bird offer, 37% off, $3,470. And then we have this fun setup, this package. Trackit Robot 3D scanning system. Super early bird, 50% off, $9,900. And then the launch special is $13,860. So where am I at right now? Oh, the next one is Ash. Without further ado, Ash, take it away. Here's the remote.
Thank you, Travis. And Travis, I think that word is pronounced as cumulative error.
No, it's not. Okay, yeah, it is.
Okay, here. Help me to bring the stuff on the table. Come on.
Did one of our users clue us in on that? Someone watching?
Yes. Hello, Samuel Lilly. Hello, Jamal. Hello, Rover. Hello, Joanne. Hello, everybody. I'm watching your chat box in the real time. Okay. So first, let's bring this on. This big guy.
You want it on the table?
Yep, please. Okay. So guys, now this open box is slightly different than what it was because, as you can see, I am actually opening it from a shipping condition. And that's exactly why we have delayed the Kickstarter session for a little bit. I'm sorry about that. We do this is because we want to make a much more mature product when we meet you in the live and when Kickstarter starts. So as you can see, the hardware is complete, 100%. It is in a ready to ship condition. So now what's left to do is we are developing the software for you guys. Okay, so this should be the way you receive it. Let me see. This is a European standard. So it only affects on the power outlet of which region you are in. Okay. That's that. So what we have here, it's also the first time for me to open it from the raw packaging. So I think I have an empty box, which is just to prevent your stuff from moving around. Okay, and I should have, I think I want to.
Do you need help, Ash? Are you not tall enough? Is this a height issue you have going on right now?
Okay, I'll put it on the ground and let you guys see it. So you have two boxes. One is for the scanner. The other should be for the tracker. Okay. Here we go. Ooh. That's pressure relieving. Travis, I think you have the phone that you can read the comments in the chat box.
All right.
There will be some questions need to be answered. Okay, what do we have here? The first box. Ooh. It's a pretty heavy duty case you will get. Okay, so you can sleep well when you're traveling with it. It's going to be super durable. Okay, nice. So that's the first box. Let me open the second.
Someone's wondering if this is the box they're gonna get.
Yep, this should be the box you will receive in shipping. Should be the exact same packaging.
Does it have RGB color scanning like Metro X? How'd you answer that, Ash?
So yeah, yes and no, because Metro X, it has the so-called full field, but for Trackit, it only utilize the laser scanner, so the sequence will be different. It'll ask you to take some photos, after you finish the scanning for the texture mapping. Okay, anyway, here we have the big tripod for your tracker. That should extend pretty well. Has a nice little hook here, so you can put some sandbags or your cable under it. Okay, so it's fully extendable. You can put it like that. Okay, that's one. So, a second tripod. This tripod is for your calibration gimbal. We'll show how you install that on. Okay. And the two gimbals, one for tracker, one for the scanner and the pole. So first, let me put this on.
I think it's appropriate then to ask this right now, Ash. Someone just mentioned, how often do you need to do the calibration, since you're talking about
very nice question. So I personally, for the machine I was using, I only calibrated 3 times. The first time I opened it, the time I unfortunately fought it on ground, and another time I spent like weeks without turning it off and using it. So it's recommended that you check the accuracy a while, like every 2 weeks, 1 week, and if it says you need to recalibrate, you recalibrate it. And because you have the auto calibration function, so it won't be a big deal. Okay, so here is the gimbal we have. So that's for the gimbal, and here's your calibration board. That should go to this tripod. All right. So now, your scanner. And don't be afraid to put it on the ground. We designed, there's 4 pins there that it's designed for you to put it on the table or the ground like that. Okay. And the last thing in this box is several anchor blocks. It looks like just like big markers on the surface. Actually, these are the markers 10 millimeters for the tracker. During leapfrogging, you will need that. Okay. And a really long, heavy-duty 6-meter cable. Don't worry about the power outlet. It's going to match to your country or region. Okay. So that. Okay, now this calibration pole, and we designed it really intuitive that you should install it like this way up, just like that, and screw it in. Okay, tidy, and the tracker. All right, so that's everything you should get from your shipping box. And of course, a lot of accessories I didn't list out, like this calibration pad, the shorter cable for you to connect to the gimbal, another extension cable, a USB flash drive. This contains your calibration data. Don't lose it. If you lose it, you'll have to find another USB and download from our website, so don't worry about it. Okay. Some accessories, this and that, and okay, and also 10 more. And these are reusable. These are magnetic, the big markers, anchor markers. So, and also we sell the the disposable sticky markers for you to choose. And we're going to give out some free ones today, so keep tuned in the live. Okay, so that's everything. And also, we're going to have a free giveaway session today. We're going to talk about it soon. And Travis, could you help me move everything to the back?
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, here is something more I would like to share with you, is this aluminum alloy case. Now, this is even better than what you have. This is very good, heavy duty. And this is even lighter, same durable. It has 4 wheels, so you can actually move it more freely. And we sell these in, I think it's 238 in Kickstarter. And please keep tuned because we're going to give a free giveaway. 2 sets, 1 set of aluminum alloy case for you guys today. And another one is a large turntable and a 3rd-year extension warranty. That's what we're going to do the free giveaway session to. Okay. Here. But that's not the end of the open box. Let me share with you something more I would like to. So first is this. Okay, this is the detail specs. If you want to double check, you can get a screenshot or you can watch it back later. This is everything in the box you should get. Now, here's something I would like to talk about is this Revo measure. This is a software developed by Revopoint. And if you know Polyworks, you probably know what I'm talking about. It's a software allows you to do measure, to do GD&T, to compare with CADs, and so on. So let me show you a quick example. I still have only have a beta version of the software. Okay, to the computer, please. Okay. So this is going to look like, but this is in the early stages, guys, so don't take it as final. So basically, there are 4 main functions you can do. Like measure, you can measure, create a lot of shapes, planes, and do GD&T. Okay, all these functions here. Compare it with CADs. That's what all the functions you will have. But well, we don't have time today to talk about in depth of how to use these functions, okay? So, just exciting news is every Kickstarter backer for the Trackit today will get a 1-year free license of the Revo measure that we usually sell it for, I think is $4.99 per year. It's still cheap, but if you back your Trackit and you'll get a 1-year free license for your Revo measure. It'll be shipped, it'll be released when we ship the Trackit product, okay? And then the fun thing is, you see there's a robot combo, the Trackit robot with together. So why we have this is because for some of you who are in the manufacturing business, or you just have to do frequent, regular quality check inspection of the same piece over and over again, then you probably want one of these Revopoint robot plus Trackit together. We also make the robot too. Well, here's the thing we have here. Okay. All right, so this is how this robot look like. I'll show you a demonstration of how to program this robot when we have time today, when we finish all the demonstration, okay? Okay, so that's that. And, okay, quick demonstrate on the function. The robot, it has 2 ways to program it. One is you drag to teach. It's a classic teaching mode. And also, the robot can be programmed in a way of the CAD to path, which means that you upload the CAD file of the piece you will need to be scanning, and the robot will automatically program its routine to thoroughly capture the object. And also, if you don't have a CAD, you can also the robot can utilize the scanner's RGB camera to program its path to fully scan your object. And as you can see, it's pretty self-explanatory. If you want to thoroughly scan an object in the size of 50 centimeters, it's okay. Or in a 1 square meter if you only need the one side. All right, so that's everything I want to share to you. Okay, so now it's the exciting part. The first Trackit scan will be conducted by Travis. Let me help him to quickly set up the scan environment.
Look at David manhandling that.
Okay.
Right, that's what we're calling him, David.
The handyman, huh? All right, help me with the computer. The cable here.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, just some advice. Obviously, always whenever you're scanning, make sure the tracker itself is centered with your item. And if the item is wider and skinnier in one area, make sure the skinny portion is the part that the tracker is going to be reading. So that just allows you, because it has two eyes on it, that needs to be reading the scanner in your hand, the markers on it. So obviously, if you go behind the object, it's not going to be able to read where it's at. But this one's pretty good, you know. Maybe it makes more sense to turn it this way.
Okay, here we go. Let me close the Revo measure.
And like we mentioned, 4-meter working distance. So obviously, the further you have it away, the more it's going to span out and be able to capture everything easier. So it's going to give you more working space with an item like this. If we had the tracker right here, and I'm trying to move to this side, it's going to lose track. And so it's good to make use of that nice working distance that it has. And it's pretty light, feels good in the hand. So yeah, here we go. So this is neat, scanning distance. Like if you want to you can max this out, because that's ultimately going to allow me to capture more. So I just click large right away, or you can manually adjust it here. But obviously a quick way to do it is just push large. Cross lines is selected. And then I'm going to turn this down a little bit. 0.50, right, Ash? That's what we decided?
I think 0.50 is a fair number for scan this one. I mean, we should scan it in a quite low number. I want to show you the details, but you're going to wait very long in the Fusion if I do in too small number like that.
Okay.
So yeah, 0.50. Thank you, Printer Spear. Yeah, it is very cool. I really like the Trackit. I just can never had enough scanning practice with it.
But we're going to get a lot more practice. Is it looking center to you?
Pretty much.
Pretty good. All right, let's do this.
Okay, computer.
So as you can see, what does it say on there? It shows me actually, if I pause this, it actually reads the distance right there. So right here is about the max. That's literally how far away I can get from the tracker itself.
That's like almost 80% of this room. It's really big.
And again, if you need to adjust the exposure, like on this piece right here, there's these dark areas in the center. You have the buttons right on the scanner itself. I can turn that up to 3.
Yeah, I didn't show you that. There are 4 buttons on it. You can control the scan right on the scanner instead of the computer.
So
Does the scanner and software have an API or scripting language such as Python? No, I don't think we have an SDK or or an API for you. But you can double check with our customer support team, Cyril Res. Do you have to be careful to not block the tracker with your body while scanning? Yes. You do, but it's not the end of the world if you block it.
It's just annoying.
You just move away, right?
Yeah, because naturally I also have to at one point switch in front of it, so it just naturally loses tracking, but then it catches it right away once I'm out of the way again. As you can see, it's right back on.
Great question, yeah.
Now I would say the distance meter, it's not sensitive. You know, I definitely can fluctuate the distance in there quite a bit.
Yeah, and actually why we do that is because we want to make sure your accuracy is good. So we don't really make this very tolerant. So it's just making this not sensitive that much. I mean, this should be enough for you, but yeah, let me know if when you have your scanner, we can always alter on this number. This is really amazing. Yes, it is.
Didn't have to use scan spray, didn't have to put the markers on it.
It grants me total freedom when I'm using my Trackit. Okay, guys, again, this is the first function we're showing you, the track scan. Or you can consider this as the single station scan. Ooh, 8,000 frames.
Yeah, just clean it up a little bit, missing some spots. So even though this back area, like I just missed that earlier, but as you can see, I can catch it right now. And it's still reading it. I'm not losing tracking.
And as you can see, actually, the scanner is halfly hidden from the tracker, but it's okay as long as you have, sometimes you only need one of the ball exposed to tracker, but you need to expose to both trackers, both eye. Okay, just one eye is not enough. Because that's because tracker used a special version to detect what direction the scanner is. Could you also just rotate the table to get the backside? Good question.
That's good.
Good question. No, but yes, in another mode. So in the single station scan, you do not, unlike other scanners, you can freely rotate it. But Trackit, you have to stay very static, the object and the tracker, or their comparative position. But there's a way to fix that. I'll show you right away, which is the multi-station scan.
So I think, yeah, we're pretty much all good to go here.
Do you want to double check?
Yeah, pause it for a sec, go ahead.
Maybe
a little bit right there.
Maybe this side and from above here. And this side here. So, and guys, you can just pause and just resume your scan anytime you want.
To remember to turn this computer for when you're scanning.
Yeah. Actually, this is a good technique you can try. That is, like I put the computer on this side, screen on this side, and the TV on that side. So whenever direction you're walking into, you always have a monitor you have a screen to monitoring.
It's slowing down on me right now.
Okay.
I should just process it.
Okay, here you go. Let me continue to reply though. Hello. Top 3 so far of this. Wow. So you did use a lot of Revopoint scanners. I'm pretty sure you're gonna be really impressed with this Trackit.
And like you said, this is the beta version, so.
Why is it slowing down? Yes, because we're using the beta version of the software. that is what we are working on until we ship your product.
All right. So again, one click, we could do that, but let's just do the fusion manually. Turn this up a little bit. And I definitely did miss some areas where I didn't have some point clouds, but
it's fine, it's live.
We just want to give you a approximate model here and just show you the freedom you have with Trackit, how quickly you can start scanning and move around it.
Can you explain the RGB camera process some more? Are color pictures also being taken while scanning? No, the color pictures are taken after scanning and after meshing. So why is that? Because the laser, the blue laser on the surface will affect your color pictures. So in this color texture mapping, so the sequence is different, such as like POP3, you just enable color scanning, right? And you just capture all the color photos at the same time when the scanning is finished, but not the case for Trackit because the blue laser lines.
But same results in the end.
Yeah.
Do we have any viewers right now that have used the optical tracking scanner in the past, though? Has anyone commented on that?
I don't think so. Here is, well, you can catch on. I'll continue fusing and meshing. Okay, almost there.
Ash, you look so handsome in your new shirt.
Thank you.
What do you guys think of our new Revopoint shirts? Pretty colorful, right? I designed them. No, not really, but.
I mean, we should probably need a new one because, look, there's no Trackit on the
t-shirt. They're already out of date. Yep. We need a new shirt.
So, well, you did miss some areas, but that's okay. So, guys, just continuing on what Travis left behind is isolation tool, and also there's a ton of selection tool on the right side. You can choose like a polygon, like lasso. Okay.
Well, someone in here did use optical tracking scanner before.
Or like here, you can just slice it right off. And, well, did something wrong, but no worries. Reverse it, slide it off, and the base will be gone. Boom. Oops.
Someone's asking about comparing Morocco. Is this better than Morocco and Metro X? Just comparing them, just different.
I'm not comparing them, though. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's more pricey and much more powerful than Metro X and Morocco, but you will need Metro X and Morocco in another scenario. So I always keep my Metro X, Morocco, and also I'll bring Trackit to my project all the time. So it just depends on what you need. Metro X is much lighter and much easier to manipulate.
You know, it's 14 cross lines, right?
Yeah, it's 14 cross
lines.
So
yeah, this is 30, so naturally you're gonna be able to capture point clouds faster with Trackit.
And Morocco is infrared. You can scan human being, you can scan person's face with it, but maybe not with the laser scanner to go right into the eyes. Probably not be good, right? Okay, just one last 2 minutes for the meshing. What about hair? Good question. For the hair, I think you want to use Morocco, and you can turn on the Morocco's black mode to scan the hair. I mean, scanning human head with the laser scanner is not what we recommended. So maybe we don't talk about how to scan human hair with the Trackit.
Yeah, what's a good way to look at this? Ultimately, if you have a laser scanner already, a typical one, this is just speeding up the process of prepping time. You know, it's ultimately you're getting similar results.
Yep. especially for cars.
Yeah, but it's just, major prep time saved.
Yeah, my nails, not only prep time, my
and
nails,
taking them off afterwards.
My nails hurt after I peel off like 2,000 dots.
They're bleeding.
From my car, from my big car SUV. Just think about that. With Trackit, you just grab and scan. Is tracking Revo Scan going to be standalone or will get merged with the Metro X version? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Does that mean you mean Revo Scan software, or you mean the hardware? We have a project where we need to scan large quantity of 3D project. The idea that the one robot automatically is an alternative scanning process. Oh yeah, definitely. That is designed for you to repeat for the repetitive scanning of the same piece over and over again. Oh, Trackit, not tracking. Software. Yes, I think now I have the version look. It's called Revo Metro. So I would say if a high chance that we merge Metro X and Trackit to the same software. And the Revo Scan is for our traditional, the structural light scanners. So probably we'll have two versions of softwares. One for Metro X and Trackit, one for POP 3, POP 2, Inspire, Range, in the mini series. Yeah. Additionally, is placing positioning markers directly on the part a viable method to enhance data alignment and reduce scanning errors caused by environmental vibrations? Yes, but not markers. Actually, it's the
Anchors.
Anchor yes. Markers. Let me quickly show you what it looks like.
Yes, there's definitely a difference.
So, and this is what you will get today. So, here, second camera. Okay, this is the regular markers we use for like our Metro X, for the traditional laser scanners. But these are called anchor markers. Basically bigger markers in size that is not read by the scanner. Actually is read by the read by the tracker. So
and you would never have to place as many as you would markers.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about, this is marker free. You would just have to place just a few for the tracker to read.
What is the smallest room size in which this kit can be used effectively? I would say 4 meters, because the largest length working distance of tracker is 4 meters. How do vibrations from nearby industries? Yes, that's a very good question. So if you're using it in a heavy duty, vibrated a lot environment, I recommend you to hook up some heavy sandbag on the tripod to reduce that vibration.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. There's 1 year free for software. Must be the QuickCAD Revopoint version. Yeah, by QuickCAD, I think you also mean like something like Polyworks. If you understand that way, you will know what Revo Measure is. I just showed you the Revo Measure software UI. You can scroll back to this live to see how it looks like. Can the tracker gimbal move to track you while scanning? Oh, that's a fun idea, but unfortunately, no, it cannot. The gimbal is designed for the auto calibration. It's not designed for scanning.
But that is a great idea.
That is a great idea.
For
I like
when
that.
we bring out dynamic referencing.
Yeah, I like that idea. What tracker sizes will it recognize? Trackers, you mean what size object it can scan, right? From 10 millimeters to 6 meters and more.
Coin, a screw, to a truck, plane.
Okay, gentlemen, this is the first scan done by Travis. It's not perfect. A lot of holes in it, Travis. Just be lazy.
I had this smudge on my glasses, so I couldn't see it clearly.
Yeah. Okay, let's take a look at the details here. B6, the BS, and this thing. Okay. Time to moving on to our next scan. We're going to show you multi-station scan, leapfrogging, and more dynamic referencing, and also the standalone mode. But before that, now is the time we run our free giveaway session. So, hooray! First prize today, we'll have 3 of them. One of you guys will get a free, where's my aluminum alloy case? One aluminum alloy case. You just see, we sell it for $239, that you can get it for free. And the second one is, winner can get a large turntable, our classic large turntable, very heavy duty one. You might wonder why large turntable, because I just mentioned that I cannot move the object while during mid-scan, right?
We'll
save that for you guys. Okay, the third winner for the first level prize is extended warranty, the 3rd year warranty. We sell it, I don't remember for now. You can double check it on the Kickstarter how much we sell it. So that's also a very good product you can get. And also 10 second level winners will get 1 bag of the disposable big anchor markers. I think it's 500 in each. Okay, so if you win that, you can save you, it's not expensive anyway, but you can save like $10, $20 to buying one of you, because we only provide you the magnetic ones that can be reused. Okay, so from now, how do I get a prize? Good question. So my assistant will send you a Google Doc. Get ready for our lucky draw giveaway. You see that? Click that forms Google Doc and input your name, or fake name ID, and your email address. And I'll put everybody's ID. If you don't want to show your real name, use your ID or a fake name, so I can run you in the lucky relay. Okay, I'll give you guys 5 minutes. From now on, me and Travis will get a rest, get some Coke, and okay. And remember to send the link more to let you guys see. Okay, so you guys see that link? Once again, remember to put your information. No need the real name, but you need a real email address. Don't worry, I won't show your email address in the live. Huh. This one is mine or yours?
I didn't grab a Coke.
Okay.
I just have a coffee.
Okay, while we're waiting,
we want to put this bad boy on there.
Put this bad boy on there. Okay. Okay, one more person.
Engine block.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Go back a little bit. Go back a little bit. Okay. Good.
Don't let that fall on your foot.
Ooh. That's like a sound 50 kg, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
For sure 100 pounds.
Mm. Oh yeah, good idea. See if you can pin. Okay, guys, we'll stop. Wait, stop in 4 or 3 minutes? Anyway, we'll stop this collection in 3 minutes. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, first prize, what? A aluminum alloy case that you can use for, it's a great plus if you want to put it in your car. I mean, I still would use that more heavy duty look like plastic suitcase if I want to go to the flight, you know, and put this one on in my car.
Yeah.
This is much better looking. I mean, it's so good. I don't want these guys in the flight checking luggage.
No, we know how
we
know how they handle luggage. But it looks nice.
Look how smooth it rolls.
Yeah.
So that's the first prize. Second prize, sorry I don't have it on my hand. It's a large turntable, but you already know what it is if you are a Revopoint fans. And the third prize is an extended warranty of your Trackit for the 3rd year. And 10 bags, each one get 1 bag. 10 of you guys will win 1 bag of free big markers, or the anchor markers. Oh yeah, nice case, I know, right? It's my favorite case. I would like to travel with it if it's not like the velvet stuff in it. I only can hold the Trackit.
Yeah, well, you can take that out, the padding, right?
No.
It doesn't come out?
No.
It's glued in there. Okay. Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Don't. Okay.
And the large turntable, remember, what was that? 300 pounds, over 300 pounds, 150 kg.
150 kg, yeah, very heavy duty. You saw me and Travis, we both stand on it in the last year Morocco Live, right? You should get that. Okay, 2 more minutes for we stop collecting your names. Okay, 1 more minute. Live scanning a block, looking forward to this. Indeed, huh?
It's the real deal.
Actually, I want to live scan a car, but we're on 22nd floor.
That'd be hard to pull off, yeah. We don't have an elevator that large.
Yeah, and the basement, I don't have internet in the basement, so gotta make do with the
But pretty cool
block.
for our future videos, we're gonna have a new studio.
Oh, definitely. We're gonna move to the new studio that we can drive a car right in.
Yeah, so we'll definitely be scanning some larger items in there.
Okay, 30 more seconds.
I think what we also need to install for things like this, something that can lift up these items from the ceiling. That would be nice.
I'll put more system. Bicycle on it too. You know, that would be like good decoration. It's mine, all mine. Okay, I think it's the time to stop collecting all the names, and I'll be soon running in a lucky relay. I think I know why it's slow at the end, because now the computer is running by its battery. That's what happened to your first scan. So,
it's
guys,
always
remember to power up your laptop.
Good catch, Ash.
And if you're using a desktop, that's really good. If you're using a laptop, by the way, if you are curious about the performance of your laptop, I'm using the i9 a 4080 laptop, which equals to probably an i9 and 4070 desktop, which is more than enough to use our Trackit system. And if you're using it on the laptop, do remember to power it on, or it's going to be very slow. How does it do on clear items like your Coke bottle? No, you cannot scan transparent item with any 3D scanner. It's just because the light will go through right in it and will never bounce back. So you always need scanning spray to scanning transparent item. But reflective item, definitely yes. This is the anchor blocks we have for doing the multi-stational scanning. So what Travis just showed you is the Trackt scan right here. And now, computer on, okay? You see my computer screen? So now, if you click this multi-position scanning, this is where we're gonna use something like what we call leapfrogging function. So this anchor block is magnetic, pretty handy if you're scanning some item. But if you're scanning something that is not quite magnetic, like, I don't know why this engine block is not magnetic at all. So you just put some glue tack on it. Okay, that's one, and that's two. Oh. Oops. Now click global marker scanning, and it should be able to capture all the markers I prepared. So As you can see, I have some markers on the top, on the bottom, so now I just hit start. Make sure I'm not blocking the way. Okay, 11. And the minimum number is 5 you will need for a multi-station scan. So that's our first station 1 is right there. And I click cloud scan. Okay.
They're wondering about spacing of the markers, the anchors.
The spacing of the anchors, it depends on how big your item is. It's just at least 5 markers can be seen by the tracker at the same time. So right now I'm doing 11, which is too much. Okay, so I think I want to click large, and I'll use 1 millimeter to scan. I know that's a quite big number, but I want to finish my scan faster so you guys can see how.
Is it time to play leapfrog, Ash?
Yeah, it is. I am showing leapfrogging.
Oh, not literal leapfrog. We're not going to leapfrog each other. Someone just said we need to tell more jokes, so okay, they want us to get more corny. No, it's actually a very self-explanatory name.
I like
right?
the word leapfrogging. It is jumping from one station to another station.
But I don't need to literally come over and jump over you, though. No,
Yep.
That's not the point.
Okay, and why we need leapfrogging is pretty much self-explanatory. So when I'm scanning an object that is big enough that, like here, it is covered, that the tracker will no longer read my scanner from this direction. So that's why we need to move the angle, the tracker and the object, so that I can scan this side. All right, so moving on here. Okay, this side. Oops. And any question you can ask Travis. He's in the chat box with you guys while I'm focusing on my scan.
But in this early stage of the software, I'm just impressed with how fast it captures the point clouds. It's really fast. You see how quickly it turns green. How do you feel about it, Ash?
Oh yeah, definitely it's improving. But still, guys, whatever you see today is not final. We're still keep improving this software. So as you can see, the software did not go slow anymore. That's because I powered up my laptop. That's kind of dumb. Okay, maybe from the other side. Okay, so I partially finished. I finished the two face here, the front and the side, the two sides, but didn't finish. Partially finish the front and didn't finish the bottom. So what we need to do now is click complete. Let the software to compute, and then hold on. Okay, now I have partially this point cloud of this engine block. So what I do now is click next stop. And remember, when I'm doing the next stop, okay, let the software to compute, and click Start. And now I can leapfrog the base station.
Hence like, the name.
Like Travis is showing you right now. Okay.
And like you said, it needs to capture at least five of the existing anchors, right?
Of the anchors, yeah. So probably lift it more here so I can capture that side more easily. Okay. And I'm doing something wrong is actually I put this scanner in the field of view of the tracker, which is wrong. So when you're doing the leapfrogging, you shouldn't do that. But anyway, let's click complete. And then we continue point cloud scanning. And now we can continue work on this side. Okay. All right. Okay, nice and easy, you see. And here I want to ask you, your opinion is, see, right now I am actually seeing the previous point cloud in the blue color pattern. But actually it should not be blue. I mean, in my opinion, it should be the same color pattern as like right now, like from yellow to green. But the product team told me that if this is this pattern will make you easier to distinguish where you haven't finished yet. So, but I think differently. So, guys, what do you think? It's a great chance we gather your opinion. You know. All right.
Someone's wondering if you can change from a track scan to a multi-position scan mid-process.
I don't think you can do that because track scan is single station scan. There is no exit. Like you cannot just transfer to a multi-station scan. I don't think that's possible. Not in the current software condition. So I have okay, maybe work on more on this wheel here. So I think Travis just mentioned when you're scanning the black area, you simply just increase the brightness. You should get better results on that. Okay. All right. Okay, now here's something more I would like to show you is, look, right now I turn on it's on cross lines. So we haven't shown you the single line mode, right? Here's how it looks like. So you can switch in between. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, the different color pattern, like which one you prefer. Let us know. Okay, so you can choose and switch to single line mode. Okay.
Someone just mentioned, should you just do everything as a multi-station scan then? Well, no, because if it's small enough.
Okay, for example, if I want to get these deep holes done, okay, camera, come. Camera, come. Second camera. If I want to do these deep holes, then I want to use the single line scanning, also like the holes like this. But this depth has a limit. Okay, and normally the smaller this hole is, the less depth you can go in. So now let's try this deep hole. Okay, it's doing fine. I think I'm capturing all the structures in this hole and also going to that. So, okay, that's how you scan. Do not try to use single line scanning for the whole big scan unless you're very bored, because the single line is not very efficient in generating point clouds because you only have one line. So But anyway, you can switch in between the single line and cross line anytime, any condition you wish. Okay, so just one more thing here. I think we're good to go.
We have another interesting question here. Can I connect several trackers to this Trackit to avoid leapfrog? Could we have several trackers?
No, I don't think that's an option. But that's an
Not
interesting
yet.
idea, right?
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. That would eliminate the leapfrog then. But.
Okay, so that's how I scan this engine block in 2 stations. But of course, if you are scanning something bigger, you will just jump more stations to capture all of it. Okay, and let me know that what solution you would like, this double color pattern or the single color pattern. Okay, hold on, we're back. Okay, so as you can see, I have 2 file. One is named under the frame. This is actually where all these point cloud data is, and other is the model we have just finished scanning. Okay, now let's fuse. And I remember I scanned it at 1 millimeter distance, so let's just fuse that like 1 millimeter distance. Now the recommended is not functional, so, but when you receive it, it will be functional. So you don't have to think about what distance of the point distance you should fuse. The software will tell you a number, and you can do it regardlessly based on that. Okay. Any more?
A few more.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I like the idea of using 2 trackers, but
yeah, like a cross.
Mm-hmm. And somebody mentioned about having different colors. So when we're doing the truck, so we need like 4 or 5 colors for every process, every time you leapfrog. Or maybe if they just interchange. Maybe if it went from green to blue to green to blue every time you leapfrog, that wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, and maybe just like personal thought. I just think like from all green and yellow color will help me to understand where I have missed. And maybe not. For you, you might think when you finish it's blue and you just start over from green, from yellow and green, right? Okay, Alex, will Revo measure still work after 1 year? Just can't receive updates? Good question. I do not know that. My team will answer that question in the group for you. Is the result the same if we move the part instead of moving the tracker? Yes, exactly. It's the same to move the object, because what is that called? The first principle of Newton? What's that called? It's like comparative movement.
Oh, we're getting into that right now, Ash.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, so it's the same.
That would make sense for an item like this, but obviously having a...
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't move that, but an item was lighter, you could just move the item instead of the tracker, yeah. And we will show that. Okay, so I think that's the engine block
good.
we have. How do you like that? Okay, do the isolation. Apply, maybe cut something
nice.
off, and cut this off. Oh no. Okay, yes. See, so that's how you utilize those selection tools when editing your 3D model. So double check that, and I think this works. Yes, that's perfect. Okay, that mesh should be fast because, I mean, the detail looks not that, looks pretty soft. It's because I don't want to spend more time infusing and let you guys wait in the live. But after the live, I'll upload some videos to showing you that how I scan these. Like this is not considerable as large. We should use like 0.2, 0.3 millimeters, and I'll show you extraordinary details. And if you check the post in the forum, you will see that how I fuse that in a 0.3 millimeters. It looks amazing.
Yeah, that went fast.
Okay, that's the engine block. How do you like that?
Looks good, Ash.
Scan in 1 millimeter distance, fused and meshed in a quite low quality, but still looks complete. Okay, guys, so that's the second plan. So I think I figured out the way to do the lucky relay for you guys. So shall we start now? Okay, set to computer. Okay, you guys see your ID on there? Okay, now let's get 10 of out of how many? I don't know. Okay, the 10 winners to win a free bag of anchor markers. So 1. Okay, we have 1 here, and then we should click remove. Hold on, we just remove him if we hit him again, okay? Okay, the second is C3DS, and we remove that. This is number 3. We have Alex. Okay, remove. Oops, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, no, actually it's, okay, Shelly Green. That's number 4. Okay, number 5. Gizmo. Okay, remove. Number 6. We have Tianyu Liu. Remove. Okay, number 7. We got Jennifer. Wait, is this number 8? Okay. This is number 8. Okay. Go, number 9. We have Jason here, and the last person who will win a free bag of anchor markers. We got Randy here. Okay guys, so congratulations on the 10 winners who win a free bag of anchor markers. Don't worry that we will contact you via email, so please remember to double check. Okay, now the exciting part. Let's pick the 3 winners of today's... Okay, I think we have... we should remove this one, right? Okay, because I think he's already a winner. Yes, Mendes Anthony. Okay, now we pick 3 out of this to be the winner who have... Okay, first, the aluminum alloy case. Let's see who wins that. We have Joanna, congratulations. Okay, And the second winner will be winning a large turntable. We have Blake. Congrats. Okay. One last for today is the one who wins another year of the extended warranty. Ooh, almost Brian C, but eventually we have Sergio. Okay, congratulations to all the winners today. And please remember to double check your email inbox that our team will contact you to claim your rewards. But remember, you can only claim the rewards as a backer of our Kickstarter, okay? All right, so.
Let's see you take that away on your own, Ash.
Yes, I don't think so. Okay, I think two of us can take it out easily.
Yeah, sounds good. Let's do it.
Okay. All right.
Lift with your legs.
And, okay. So guys, now Travis is gonna show you something really funny
Really fun.
Real fun, thank you for the English. Okay, so just imagine that if you can move the object during mid-scan, like even put it on the turntable, what's gonna happen of that?
Is it possible, Ash?
I don't know, let's try. So guys, I think it's called dynamic referencing.
That's a mouthful. Mm-hmm. So we're bringing out this replica statue of Moses here. Good 6 feet tall.
I always wonder, Travis, why Moses have 2 horns on the head?
Oh yeah, I looked that up too recently. Translation issue when they were originally translating the Bible, yeah. When they were translating it from, I guess, Hebrew or Greek to English, Hebrew to English. They thought that the word that was glowing, they translated it as horns.
Oh, the glowing like a ring on the head.
Yeah, it was supposed to be glowing. And so then when they... who's the guy, I forgot the artist who sculpted this,
McCallum.
2,000 years ago.
Yeah, 2,000 years ago, yeah. That's a fun history.
Interesting.
Okay. Interesting, okay. So guys,
he doesn't really have horns, yeah.
Yeah. Guys, as you can see, I put some markers on the... anchor markers on the main body and some anchor blocks on the bottom. So that should be more than enough for you to catch it.
So again, multi-position.
Yep.
Select that. New global marker. Start.
I think you want to increase the...
make sure...
Also,
it's actually seeing it pretty good right now at 3.
Okay. Also, hide the scanner away from it.
So yeah, maybe adjust the exposure a little bit, but you can see the red dots, the anchor markers.
Maybe a bit far away, so that you can capture the bottom of it. Okay, so looks good enough.
So then, everyone, we just twist them around. So right now it's reading, the tracker itself is reading those anchor markers. So just twist your object. Or in this position, if like we had a car or something larger that you can't twist, you could just literally take the tracker and rotate it around.
Or you have a second friend, you can do both. You have a second hand, your friend can help you, and you can just move it around like that.
We're just making sure we capture all of them.
So the main difference is, guys, you just register all the anchor markers on the object at once, and see what that's going to bring to you when scanning. Okay, that's a full rotation.
Yeah.
I think we're good enough to go. And then, why we call it dynamic referencing? Here, let's check it out. Hold on, let me help you. Okay.
I'm going to slide underneath this cord. So we got that set up.
Yep.
0.30.
Should be large. let's run it at 0.2 millimeters because it's a large object. Okay. All right.
Here we go. So again, the nice long cord. So yeah, again, right now, Ash, if you wanted to, he can twist this around. We don't need to yet, or you could grab the tracker itself,
Yep.
rotate
now
it around.
is the time you can freely move the object while scanning. And imagine you put it on the, that's why we give a free large turntable today. Just think about you put it on the large turntable, how easy that can be.
Of course, putting a statue like this, lifting it up onto the turntable is another process, but
or
it could be done.
If you are scanning a car like right now, I could help Travis to also move the tracker freely.
Yeah, that's cool.
Or even both.
So it's very versatile and flexible.
I think we want to move it a little bit closer. What do you think? I think you are at the brink of...
Yeah, you guys see that? See right now, I'm moving this all the way out here. I'm just maxing out the tracker's
Look
6
how,
meter.
how big
4
distance
meter.
is that? It's 4 meters long.
Turn this again. I guess I'll get his top first. He's missing some hair up top. Fill that in.
Okay guys, just if you are curious, the temperature is too low, means that this was calibrated in a rather hot environment, but today we crank up the AC pretty low. That's why the scanner, or the tracker, it prompts too low. Normally 1 degree Celsius wouldn't be a very big deal, but it's a very precise tool, it's an instrument, so it's always suggested to calibrate it in the same environment, same temperature environment that you normally use. It's also a key to remember. Okay, so let me, what do you guys say? Did anyone answer if you can use multiple Trackit heads? Tom the Tech, I think no, not for what I heard, not so far. Cost for this setup, it is, okay guys, just wanna give you another prompt, is the price here. The price we have, this standard edition starts with as low as $3,137 compared to another optical tracking system that costs you an arm and a leg. This is really a nice cost-effective setup you can get. Okay.
Our scan is coming along.
Need a hand?
It's going all right.
Okay. So guys, well basically this dynamic referencing, you don't have to even click the next station, next stop button, right? So you just do it all in one station scanning. If you log in all of the anchor markers in the first run, that will be much better. Well, everything comes with a price. This is more flexible, but it does end up in a less volumetric accuracy. So the leapfrogging is less flexible, true, but it ends up in a very good volumetric accuracy. So you just Depends on what scenario and what requirements you want. You can pick any between these two. They are both under multi-position scanning.
What was your idea with this, Ash? To 3D print?
If we break it, we have a perfect replicant in the 3D model. We can rebuild.
Who wants us to do that? Who wants us to smash this statue live?
Hopefully we
Let's
won't.
take a poll. That would be one of the applications that we referred to earlier about art. Reduplicating art items. Almost there. Just finishing it up. We almost have a complete Moses again.
Almost there.
We twisted this way a little bit more. Nice.
There we go.
Just clean up these areas that missed a little bit with this.
Maybe come closer so that the crevices. Or switch to single line mode that I know you're too lazy to do. By the way, the single line mode is designed for the holes and crevices.
Yeah, so obviously an item like this, that would be a good idea.
Yep.
Pretty much there. There's
Sure.
going to be some holes, but
Sure, let's see.
pause. Nice.
Okay. And even now, you still can choose next stop to carry on what you want to do with it. So 2 millimeters, we just fuse it by 2 millimeters.
Where is your phone?
Phone is there.
Sorry.
Still questions, guys? I mean, the live is halfway there. We did prepare a lot more for you guys to see.
Somebody mentioned Einstein relativity. That's what we were trying to.
No, I don't think we go that deep.
What when you were talking about? Asking about
the comparative moving
Yeah.
aspect, yes.
That is correct. Yeah. That sounds like no one wants us to break it, Ash.
No, I don't want either.
We'll keep it intact then. We'll just make them a twin. We don't need to break it. We'll just print out another one. Honestly, it'd be nicer to have a printed version because it'd be light. Like right now, we're dealing with this
Really, I don't
heavy
think so.
item.
Because it's big enough. What material are you going to use to print? PLA? I mean, that's probably the lightest material you can
Well, it'd
find.
be lighter than this, right?
Yeah, probably half.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
pretty slick.
Or we can make it more hollow. You know,
True.
True, right?
Not yet, no. Yeah. Here we go. Finished up.
Okay, actually the chat freeze on this phone. Can I use the large turntable I bought with my range? You can. Definitely you can. And we're giving away the same large turntable like in the range. Okay, now it looks a bit noisy, so this is also something we're fixing in the software, but still you can just easily use this isolation tool to delete that, and boom.
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay.
Missed a few spots, but...
Yeah, some holes in it. Yeah, definitely not our best scan though, so. Also, actually you can use the fill hole function. I can show you later on. Okay.
Yeah, so what do we still have on the robotic arm?
We have that. I think no, I don't have the software for the Revo arm yet, but I think I can use an external controller to at least I can show the teaching mode.
Nice.
All right, guys, so that's our Moses scan. Every detail, every nook and cranny. What do you think? Yeah, definitely not the best scan we did. Some holes in there Travis didn't capture, but we used the fill hole function here. Choose plane and curve if you need it. Okay, guys, so work on more of the scans. I have prepared something good like this. A dinosaur head. Do you think we should put it on this way?
I'll put the tracker back over here.
Okay, sure. Okay. So any questions? It's now the time to ask.
My stomach's telling me it's almost lunchtime, Ash. I'm getting some feelings. Getting hungry.
Getting hungry, huh? Okay.
We're getting there.
So, any questions, throw it to Travis. If Travis can't answer, I'll tell you that. Well, let them quickly. Nope. Because I want to thoroughly scan it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You're going to do...
I'm going to use multi-station.
Static? Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Someone asking about small objects. Yeah, great. Coin, screw.
Oh, I didn't bring the small object today.
But
yeah,
the
you
results.
Can scan as small as a coin and a screw, no problem. It's definitely okay to do that. I'll follow up some videos showing I scan the smaller item. Okay, just I didn't prepare enough today. Maybe 1. I can live with 1.
Someone's wondering if you could do a demonstration starting with single line mode so we can visualize it better.
Sure. Sure, let's do that after I finish the skull of the T-Rex, right?
Ash, what was your favorite dinosaur when you were a kid?
I think that's a question from you, not from the user, right?
How do you know? The T-Rex was always where it was at for me, man.
I don't think I'm into dinosaurs when
Really?
When I'm a kid, yeah.
Oh man, when I was little, the original Jurassic Park came out.
What I was on when I was a
Fourth
kid?
grade, I think.
Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball Z?
Something like that. Yeah, I don't
talking
quite
about-
remember now.
You're talking about anime, the
Yeah,
Japanese
the anime,
cartoon?
the Japanese anime. Okay, actually, I'm showing a dynamic referencing for you. So that's how I completely capture both sides of the skull of this T-Rex. What do you think? It's pretty handy.
Yeah.
And I only have like as few as 5 markers on this skull to fully capture every nook and cranny.
Anchors, right?
Anchors, yes.
How do you feel weight-wise now that we've done a lot of scans holding the scanner, Ash?
The weight is 105 or 1.5 or 1.2 kg. I don't remember. It's quite low. I don't feel any
Yeah, it's not bad.
tiredness. It's not bad. I think I can wave it for all day long. No problem.
Well, because you're a strong man.
Ah, you tell me that. You tell me that. Okay. Should I? Wait. This side?
And honestly, you can use 2 hands as well, too. Like if I'm scanning a massive thing, just as long as you're not blocking the markers that are being read by the tracker, your hand, you could have your left hand on the left side of that ball, holding it, steadying
what do you
it.
think? Get a front grip here and so you can.
But yeah, it's really, I mean, how it's designed, it's got a lot of places you can grab onto.
Any questions? Just throw it at Travis, at our team in the chat box.
Someone's got a pretty technical question here. What thermal compensation mechanisms does Trackit incorporate to ensure dimension stability, scanning accuracy, and environment small? Take a look at that.
Oh, wow. What's the thermal compensation mechanism?
So wait till someone in the office answer that one.
I could answer that. I did mention the temperature issue. So the temperature will be fine if you calibrate it in the temperature and you work in the temperature smaller or higher at 5 degrees. Then it should be fine. And that's why we have a monitor to let you monitor the temperature of tracker and scanner in the main main page of the software UI, so you know. So for example, like today, I did crank up my AC too low while I calibrated my scanner and tracker in like a 30-ish Celsius, and today it did pump me like too low temperature. But 1 or 2 degrees, I don't think is the end of the world. It's just fine. Okay, that's our T-Rex. Let's take a look at the teeth. What do you think?
See that Yeah, nice scan, Ash.
Okay, you want to scan something else?
Yeah. Lion. Let's do the lion.
Let's see the line. Okay. Let me have the phone. I see you are able to capture 52 FPS. My configuration is i9 4080 graphic card. So if you have a, I think it's equal to a desktop that is 4070. There is an upgrade path for Metro X owners. BJ, there is. So if you want to turn in your Metro X, you can join our trade-in program. I think it's $350. You can trade in your Metro X for the Trackit. And you can double check with our customer service. Okay. Oh, wait a second. You don't mean the trade-in project. You mean put Metro X in this house, right? No, I don't think that's possible because they're two different scanners.
And maybe she wants to tell you something.
Why isn't Trackit mascot a hammerhead shark? It does look like one of these, the big two eyes.
What do you say about hammerhead shark? Why
isn't Trackit mascot a hammerhead shark? I mean, by looking at it does look like one of these, huh? I mean, okay, I cannot go back to the Trackit anymore. Now it looks like a hammerhead shark to me.
Should have a little fin on the center.
Yep.
Yeah, we shouldn't call it Trackit. We should call it Hammerhead.
Hammerhead.
Or Hammerhead Trackit.
PJ, why you want to buy an optical tracker and just the frame, just the cage? I mean, the scanner itself is actually not that pricey if you break it down, right? Any plans for GTX card support in the future? Good question. Anyone in the team can answer that. I mean, my GTX 40 series works fine. I didn't try out the 50 series yet because I don't have one. You have any budget, Travis, to get a GTX 5080?
Do I have the budget for that?
Yeah.
No. I'd rather go on vacation.
No, I mean the company budget, not your own budget.
I'm not sure.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't. This is it.
Let me help you to process it.
Sure.
Here. You take the phone. Okay.
It's pretty good.
Nice.
Maybe a little bit under his snow. Oh, no. Okay, we're not done yet, Ash. I was just joking. What is that? That's this area right here.
This area, yeah. Leg area.
Get up in there.
Oh, I see you're scanning under a 0.3 millimeter, which is really detailed. Let's see. This is probably the best scan we can get today. But
I hope so.
But the fusion will be much longer though. Hope you guys will.
Oh, I thought I did put it at 50.
Point 50. Oh, okay, 50. Should be fine. Is accurate higher in single line? Nope, same. Single line mode demo, please. I will. Sure. It just it's not correct to use single line only to scan something. How about scan
that vase?
That vase, yeah. I'll demonstrate on that.
Good demo for that. All right, so I finally can capture all this.
Yeah, very good. Very green. It's the greenest model we ever did today. So did we just sold out all the super early bird of the standard edition? Because I see we only have the super early bird for the design edition now.
Not too noisy.
Fusion, oh yeah, very good. Actually, I still have one more thing to show you, which is the marker scan that works just like a normal traditional laser scanner. And maybe this too. What do you say? We finished the plate and the fin. We call it at the end today.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, scanning this back in the day without optical tracking scanner was difficult.
Yeah, it was. Especially the
doable but difficult.
The transition from this surface to above is really kind of experience and technique challenging, you know.
So yeah, things like that you really notice it.
Yeah.
Using Trackit.
Very good.
You want to first show single line, right? Scanning this?
Yeah, first show. No, actually, I'll show the robo arm right now.
Okay.
Okay, guys, sorry for the incident because I don't have anything to control the robo arm, but have to get it done with the engineer. But don't worry, it will be ready when we ship out. The hardware is already completed, now just the software development. So, this is the button you use to click, and you'll pull it around. Let's say we use it to scan something from up and down, maybe left and right, maybe even from the back.
Because how many joints? It's like 5 joints in there?
I think it has 6 joints.
6.
So now my assistant engineer will just play it back. So this is the very basic drag to teach mode to program and control your robot arm. But also it has the cat to path and vision to path function for the automated scanning in the future. So that's what you get. I think the software is called it's called Revo Robot or Trackit Robot. See, it's very agile.
Look at that move.
6 DOF, high reach, no problem. This is the robot. And maybe you're curious why all of a sudden we can make robots. Actually, Revopoint's mother corp make industrial robots like welding robots. That's why we have the capability too. So just fun little background. Okay, that's almost there. So you help me put the robot back. I wouldn't have believed it if I haven't seen the live stream. Trackit is super affordable, and look at the scan quality. Yeah. Man, look at this.
And it's just we're still working it out.
And still, we're having a really early stage of the software. We still can get this far. Look at that. Oh, look! You even captured the table surface pretty well. Yeah, look at this line. It has emotions. Oh yeah, the single line mode. A bit hungry now. I'm starting to forgetting things.
I'm feeling it too.
There any intelligent compensation or reconstructioning algorithm? Yes, yes. You can upload your CAD to the robot software, and the robot will use the CAD to self-program its path to fully scan your object. Or if you don't have a CAD, you can just manually input the dimensions of your object volume, and the robot will use the scanner's RGB camera as its vision to program its path to scan your piece. Or, like what I showed, the very basic Trackit teaching. No cross-line, it's single line mode. So yeah, that's what we have for the single line.
Want to turn it up to 0.50?
Not really. I mean, it's scannable. You want to scan something with single line mode is fine. Just I'm not gonna.
You got a lot of time to kill.
Yeah, if you have a. Okay, so. Well, let's try since.
Yeah, and see, I mean, this would be cool for diving down into the inside of the vase.
Oh yeah, definitely. Let's try how deep it can scan.
If your arm's blocking it a little bit. Yeah, I think you're blocking one of the eyes of the
Yeah, I think so. Or I'm gonna crank up the scanning distance.
Come on
here.
this side of it or something.
Yeah. Good idea. That's our single line demo. It's like 30 times slower than the cross-line mode, which I'm not going to use for mainly the main structure scan. Maybe like this deep crevices, I would use the single line mode. Yeah, but
it's still capturing.
It's still capturing. Yeah, it's true. True. But you always can just change it from single line to cross-line mode. I mean, it's designed for hole and crevices, which is self-explanatory. Okay, let's finish my scan with the cross-line here.
Nice difference between 30 and 1.
Ah, you tell me.
What will Revo robot software cost? And which protocol does it support?
The protocol of the port is Ethernet. There's an Ethernet port in a robot. I don't think
cost-wise.
I don't think the robot software cost if you buy in our robot, but no, I'm not sure. Need to double check with the team. Gina, you there? Do you know how much the robot software costs? Is it free to use, or you have to buy it separately?
Gina's on it.
Okay. The single line,
Hey, Ash. Yeah.
hold on.
Oh, your microphone's
My
dying.
microphone is almost dead. I think we're going to share one now.
So how close do we have to be?
Let's put it on the table.
Do we need to just like be hugging the whole time?
All right, guys, still hearing us? I think so. Okay. So the single line mode, it reaches the bottom. It depends on how deep the bottom is. It's double the depth it can reach compared to the crossline mode.
You want me to try this first before you demonstrate the old school marker mode?
Sure.
Do this one real quick.
Sure. You want some anchors?
Should I just do this in one, right? I was going to plan to put anchors on it. I'm just going to...
Then how you capture the other side?
Oh, you actually want me to do it? You want me to get a complete scan?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's try if we can do like a scan here.
Well, this would be fun also, dynamic referencing too, because then I can just be flipping it around.
Oh, yeah.
Can't really
So
hear from over
camera,
there.
we should you should.
I should still wear it.
No, you
Hello,
should
hello.
hold it. You should hold it for me. Okay. We only have one microphone now. So put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 5 is enough.
On each side, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Okay.
But this side too. Well, I'll put them on.
Let me just quickly fuse my vase. Look at the quality just by looking at the preview, right? Why would you need more? I think we can just. I think we can just flip like first station like here. Maybe enough, maybe not.
Okay.
And we just flip it over and
Get my bottom.
yeah, get the bottom. Okay, that's the base. Alex, also how deep it reaches in a single line mode, it depends on how wide, how big the hole is. The diameter also affects the depth. I don't have a quite exact number of how depth I can reach on this vase. Hello friends, my question, in progress scanner, can we stop and delete the data outside? I think you mean outside of object. After that, we can continue a scanner. After that, can we continue scanner? Yeah, you can resume your scan after you delete anything. That's possible. You just click resume scanning. I'll show you that button where it is. Hey guys, this live is really long, so if you think you missed anything, you can always scroll back. Or we're gonna just upload a full playback of this live after we finish today. And we're almost there, so Now it's the last chance of anything you would like to ask, and also now it's almost the last chance for you to grab a super early bird discount. Maybe still there's 1 or 2 in the Revo Designing Edition.
So it'd be cool to have 2 computers.
Why your microphone battery lasts much better than me? Why?
That's bizarre.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the vase. Still not in a crazy quality that I can crank it up to 8. Now it's at 0.6.3. But look at the details. You like that?
Looks nice.
Okay, what's next is this fin. I think probably want to put this
Dynamic referencing again.
Yep.
Something we did with Moses.
something the same. So you want to do it there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
This is really easy.
No, actually, let's don't do it in the multi-station because we're showing enough. Last thing we didn't show is the merge function.
That's charming. Okay,
So let's scan with 2 single station scan and merge it. And also this is a quite black object that we didn't show you the, should be enough. Or you want to lower down the base so that you can capture more of the bottom here. So guys, here is cross line and single line. You can choose and you can change in mid scan, but here you can only set as one type. You cannot change at mid scan. As we offer general, which is general object, and black object like this fin, and also metallic shiny object for something very reflective. Okay, now let's just set this as 1. Here we go. So our plan is to scan 2 models, and I'll show you the merge function in it. Yeah, I said 1 millimeter should be enough for scanning this. Work at 5 a.m. Oh my God. Sam, bye-bye. So guys, in conclusion, as you can see, we have your Trackit hardware 100% complete. No worry about that. Still, software has a little bit this and that to go, and everything we show you today is not final, but almost there. So you can sleep tight and wait for your Trackit to come to your door soon. Don't get the floor too much, or I'll have to clean it up.
True.
Seems as every other year a new scanner gets released, costing more and more, promising to be the solution to our previous issue. I mean, that's a spicy comment, Cozy. It just, we innovate. That's what it was. That's what it is. The thing is, right? But we will not stop supporting the previous scanners we developed.
describe that?
Spicy. I believe you should start sending attachments. Yep. What's next in the pipeline? I do not know. For this Trackit, we've been developed this for 3 years and a half straight away.
Some of that's classified, right? They don't let us know.
I don't think I have the answer of it. I think that's fine. We can continue to. I'll scan the other half and show. Here, you deal with the spicy comments.
The spicy. Give us some more spice, everyone.
Actually,
we're going on 3 hours. We need some spice.
Here, more.
You can put we got 2 working mics again, Ash.
Okay, cool.
You want to put that on yourself?
Yeah. I'm just making up your laziness. Okay.
Oh, yeah, well, you're used to that, so there's nothing new.
Okay, hello. Are we back online again?
Hello.
Cool. Okay, so create another scan with the other side. All right. Here.
You want me to do it again, or you want to get in
No,
there?
I'll do it. I'll do it this time. Okay, guys, I think we'll stop the live session in 30 minutes. So any questions, we can answer you live right now in the chat box, me and Travis. Or if you have more questions later, you can watch our playback of the live and ask us in the Kickstarter page. Okay.
Kozinook wasn't trying to be spicy. She made a good point, though.
Yeah.
Saying I've had the pop 1, 2, and 3 stop because it always has an issue and a new scanner comes out. So that's why she'd like some accessories for it.
Ah, you have a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, here again, using a non-optical tracking scanner was pretty difficult trying to scan this fin. So yeah, really at this point, if you could have 2 scanners of the whole Revo family to cover all your needs, I definitely would want to put Trackit in there.
I would want a Trackit and a Morocco.
Yes, that's what I was thinking, because Morocco's got the small and big again, handheld.
It's all in one.
Yeah.
So I have both mobility and freedom.
Mm-hmm. edge, nice.
Okay, so that's how you scan a black object. Of course, with Trackit, you don't have to do the merging, but I'm just showing you, you can. And this is how this merging function is. Okay, now we
Jason
complete.
said, I think those are the only two I don't have. That's too bad, but no, if you got all the other ones, you get your covered too, ultimately.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Calibration certificate mentioned on your website. Sure, Omar, please contact to Gina. Could you please address on Omar's issue? Why no texture demo? Good question, because I don't have that in our software yet. This is a demo version. I will show that in a video when I have it. As you can see, this is still an early version of 2.214 beta. It's not even a 0.1 yet, okay? All right, so let's fuse it in 1 millimeter. Do it both here. And one last scan I want to show you guys is this. As you can see, now the markers are back.
No!
And why? Well, actually, we designed this as an option for you. Maybe not an option for you to scan without the tracker. Actually, somewhere, for example, in a car or in some really crowded, narrow areas, your tracker just simply cannot see your scanner. And that's why we have this function for you. But first, let me finish the merge function I started with. Okay, like same point distance. And
yes, that's still a good idea, honestly.
so you can then use it as
reasonable.
a standalone laser scanner, but then you need markers on it to help you with the tracking. Of course, the marker block kit still works like a more bulky Metro X, so you don't have to buy another Metro X or bring it to your field of where you work, right? That's the third marker scan I'm going to show you, and that's the last scan in our session. So, any questions now or later in the forum? First, check isolation, check overlap, and this too. Isolation, overlap. Okay, and here is how you merge two scans. I have scan 1 and scan 2. You have feature or manual alignment. In manual alignment, you need to click the corresponding like letter 1, 2, 3 together, or we choose a lazy one to let the software.
Which it should be able to do it.
Yeah, it should be able to do it. Let the software will detect the similar feature and align them together for us. Okay, last thing, I'll show you the marker scan here. The value of the scanner is amazing compared to, which cost like an arm and a leg. You're right. And that's what we do in this world. We are Revopoint, we democratize technology. Okay, so this is pretty much if you used a Metro X, you know what you're doing, okay? This is just like a bigger Metro X experience.
Yeah, no doubt will capture point clouds maybe a hair faster because 30 cross lines.
Yeah, because it has 30 cross lines. Again, this is just an option for you to scan. This does not require tracker actually. Look, I'm completely blocking it. This is just working the scanner and the targets. This is designed for you to scan in some awkward situations that you cannot have a tracker to track your scanner. So then you just put some targets, put some markers on the surface, on the item, and then you keep on going. So you don't have to bring or buy another traditional laser scanner with you. Okay, so that's everything for today's live. Oh God, I'm hungry. So thank you very much, guys, to join our live. Hope you like everything you see. Again, hardware, we have completed 100%. Software still going on, so you see a little glitches, but we're brave enough to let you see that. Okay, we're transparent enough to discuss all these functions.
We're not trying to hide anything.
We're not trying to hide anything. Okay, so any more questions, please discuss with us in the forum, in the Kickstarter page. My name is Ash.
And I'm Travis.
I hope we see you guys again soon.
Welcome to a world of markerless 3D scanning with the Revopoint Trackit.